Hi, second grade artists. Today we're going to learn about an artist named Laurel Burch. She likes to draw cats and sometimes dogs, and she uses a lot of very bright colors. We're going to learn about simple shapes that create a more complicated shape. We're going to talk about warm. Laurel Burch was an American artist, and all of her paintings were very colorful. The cats she painted were considered abstract. Abstract artwork is not realistic. So this looks like a cat. We recognize it by the shapes and lines that we see, but it doesn't look like a realistic cat. I've never seen a cat that has a purple tail before, or flowers printed on its fur, although that would be really interesting to see. This is a realistic painting of a cat. You can tell that it's a cat by the shape of the eyes and the head, and there's lots of detail in the texture and the fur, and it looks like a cat would in real life, like a photograph. This is realistic artwork. These two are abstract. What kinds of things do you see on these cats that you would not see on a real cat? Maybe you notice the colors. I don't think cats would be purple or blue. Maybe you noticed the fish on the one on the right. Cats don't have fish on them unless they're wearing an interesting sweater, of course. Usually cats don't have hearts or wings either. So I hope you notice some of the things on these cats that you would not see on real cats. If you look at these two paintings, I'm pretty sure you know which one is abstract and which one is realistic. The one on the left is abstract and the one on the right is realistic. However, we can look at both paintings and notice similarities or things that are the same. Both artists used triangle shapes for the ears. Both artists used ovals for the eyes. Both artists gave their cats whiskers. Both artists each gave their cat. Laurel Burch's cats show a lot of different lines and shapes and colors. So let's look at the painting on the right and see what kinds of lines and shapes and patterns we notice. I see a lot of very bright colors, contrast. Now we're going to create our own abstract drawing of a cat. We're going to use lots of very bright colors and patterns and designs, just like Laurel Burch. So for this project, you're going to need a white piece of paper, crayons, or colored pencils, or markers, and I recommend having a Sharpie or a regular black marker with you in case you want to outline anything. We're going to be drawing nice and large, so make sure you bring your eraser too. Hey, second graders, we just learned about Laurel Burch and her cat paintings, and I hope you noticed all of the really bright colors that she used and the really cool patterns that she used. And what we're going to talk about when we get to the coloring is the warm and cool colors. But today I'm going to show you how to start drawing your cat. Okay, so you're going to get your piece of paper and we're going to very carefully just fold it so that we have 4 sections. I'm not going to fold it super close. I'm just going to very lightly tap it so that I can see where that fold is. So I have a fold here, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. But again, I'm not pressing it all the way down. I'm just gently kind of tapping it so that I have an idea of where those lines are. So I'm going to draw them on here for you so you can see where my lines are. You don't have to do this step. So this top quarter of our paper, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So this 1/4 is going to be the head. So what we're going to do first is we're going to draw 2 curved lines. So let's review. What was the name of the artist that we were talking about? And she painted those abstract cats. That's right, her name was Laurel Burch. What was one of the biggest differences we noticed between abstract paintings and realistic ones? Realistic paintings look like a photograph, and abstract paintings don't look like a photograph. We noticed lots of different types of colors and designs on her abstract cats. What were some that you remembered? She used lots of bright colors and triangles and zigzags in her cats, and I hope to see some of those in your cats too. Graders, today we're going to talk about patterns on our Laurel Burch cats, and we're going to be talking about the color families. So remember, patterns have to do what? They have to repeat. So I'm going to continue working on this pattern on the cat's legs. And they don't have to be super complicated. You can use simple lines. I wanted to add some detail to the legs because that's in the front of the cat. And then I'm going to continue these zigzags over here. And if you want to, you can trace with a marker. You don't have to though. I'm going to make these lines come down like this. And as soon as you're finished drawing, you get to start choosing your colors. Now I'm going to ask that you choose either warm colors or cool colors for your cats. Remember, if you look at the color wheel, warm colors are going to be red, orange, and yellow. Cool colors are going to be purple, blue, and green. So on this cat example, I used mostly cool colors. Now I also used a little bit of the warm colors, and when you look at my drawing, you can see that those warm colors really stand out. I also used one warm color for the whole background. So when you're thinking about your color choices, think about if you want to have all cool colors or all warm colors. So this one I did in all cool colors. So this one I'm going to color in with warm colors. There we go. And then I'm going to add a line here. There. So if I look at my crayons, I need to get out some orange and red and yellow, or if you have colored pencils, you can use colored pencils as well. I did a lot of this with colored pencil so that I could get some blending. Remember, if we overlap our coloring, it will blend. So from dark to medium to light,
Graders, so last time we talked about colors, and for the most part I used which family of colors for mine? I used the warm colors. But if you look at the color wheel, the opposite of warm colors is going to be the cool colors. So when you have a little bit of these cool colors with all of these red colors, those cool colors will really stand out. So I used just a little bit in the face, just a little bit in the, I guess, legs and paws. And now I'm going to use a little bit in the tail. So what I did first is I colored the whole tail in yellow. And I'm